Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Candid with the Movies proudly brings to you its YouTube and Spotify podcast champions of the world, the most handsome man on the internet,
Wrassle
Joe.
Twins Podcast.
Ball Beauty, Big Nate.
Good to
Welcome
see
to the
y'all.
Wrassle Twins, baby.
It's great to hear. It's great to see y'all. Good to be back again for number 20.
Number 20.
Wow. We can almost get a drink now.
Almost. One more episode.
One more episode and we can get a drink.
So it's a beautiful thing. I can't wait to talk about it with you. I've got a better picture this week than I usually do. Anyway, beautiful week, beautiful
day.
So
clear. You're so beautiful. Handsome.
It helps to not have the work stress. But
it does. It does.
So you guys heard our exciting news last week. We're going to bring it up every week. First off, if you're not subscribed yet, what's wrong with you? You know you want to. It's free. It is free. You just hit the boop, and then you're our best friends for the rest of your life. You're part of the family.
Bell too, because we pop up once a week on the YouTube. That's it.
Every week we drop shorts here and there. You're gonna have fun either way.
Exactly.
But before we get into the origin story, I want to talk about we had a pretty fun wrestling weekend because Triple Mania went down.
Triple Mania was lit.
That was arguably, I don't want to talk about match quality. I don't want to talk about anything else. That was arguably one of the most fun shows from bell to bell all year. Just like fun all the way around. Like this is, first off, Lucha Libre is a comic book come to life.
It is.
Okay, I love it. We need more of it, more exposure here, which is why I know the internet's not happy about it, but why I'm loving the partnership with like WWE and AAA or CMLL and AEW. We get to see all these different styles of wrestling finally on American screens. It's incredible.
Yeah, man. I mean, and plus, if AAA wasn't, taken over by WWE, what would have happened,
I would rather have that rich lucha history live on among the annals of time than have it go under.
Exactly.
Some of the most illustrious Lucha Libre history has taken place in AAA.
Absolutely.
So,
so let's talk about a couple of our favorite things that happened. I'm just going to go straight to it. The championship, the finale, the main event versus El Hijo del Vikingo, Dragon Lee, Dominic Mysterio, and El Grande Americano. And let me tell you, just with the amount of people running out and assisting, quote unquote.
It was the best part of ridiculous.
Yeah, it was so fun. It was so fun to watch. And I'm not going to steal the part that you were just talking about. So you go ahead and tell that part of the story.
AJ Styles is the most petty man in all of pro wrestling, and I'm here for it. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you upset Mr. AJ Styles, he's going to ruin your title opportunity.
And please excuse my yawn. It's not because you're born. It's because it's been a long day.
Behind the curtain, guys, it's Monday. Yeah. And Mondays are going to Monday. While we're recording. So Monday's going to Monday. And AJ Styles screws Dirty Dom out of winning the world title or the mega championship. And our winner and still champion is El Hijo del Vikingo.
Yeah, much to the dismay of the crowd. But,
Yeah, we're not.
Second favorite 6-person tag team match with Finn Balor, JD McDonough.
Don't take my moment.
Huh?
Don't take my moment.
And Raquel Rodriguez, where they went up against Nino Hamburguesa, Mr. Iguana, and Lola Vice. I mean, it was a good match, but
we only care about one moment.
But we both talked about this, so it's not really a steal.
I know. I'm just picking on
about this earlier. But go ahead, El Demonito.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead, brother. You gave me AJ Styles. I give you this one.
We got a moment in the match where Mr. Iguana was in the middle of the ring, and Finn Balor was on the skirt, like on the out of the ring, and he had, the iguana, his puppet.
Yeska.
Yeah, Yeska. And out pulls Finn Balor's puppet that had a hoodie on.
El Demonito.
El Demonito. And they did puppet wrestling in the middle of the ring, just the two of them. And
Yeska the iguana.
yep, Yeska versus El Demonito. Yeska got murked, and that was it.
The cheeseburger spot right after it, though. Let's face it, we've seen Finn Balor. Okay,
yeah.
the man hasn't had a carb in 15 years.
Not one piece of bread. Not
He
even
has not had a carb. Like, he was just like faking that bite.
yeah.
Bread does not touch that man's lips. But that was truly among the most entertaining moments. But for me, I got to bring this up, the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
First off, thank you. Thank you, wrestling gods, for Omos. You say
Yeah.
what you want to about Omos, but the man gets it. Okay. Omos comes to the ring and he is challenged by Micro Man. Am I saying
Yeah.
it right?
Yeah.
Micro Man. And oh my gosh, I never thought I'd see anything that eclipses the Rey Mysterio standing next to the Great Khali
Yeah.
visual. But then to see man, and he hits the ropes. He's going to try to do something that eats the big boot, chucked out of the ring. Omos being Omos, I'm so glad to see him back on TV.
Yeah.
I know he's been working overseas a lot for WWE, wrestling in Japan, and doing some what do you call that? Not a delegate, not a bureaucrat, but diplomatic role for WWE right now. So that was that was like, I'm telling you, if you haven't watched Triple Mania yet, I'm not gonna spoil everything. Just watch it, dude. It is
Yeah.
it's just fun.
And you can
Like
watch it for free on YouTube. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
they revived the Mortos gimmick, and the dude who's doing that, he's looks amazing. Like,
Yeah.
he's built like what you would think a Mantar or Bull Man would look like. So I loved it.
Yeah, man, I did too. It was fun.
But we wanted to do something special. Episode 20.
Awesome.
We're going to get a little sentimental, get in our feels a little bit,
Yay.
and just kind of rewind the clock to about 9 years ago and just kind of give you a peek behind the curtain on how this happened.
Yeah.
So I reckon I'll start it out, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, start.
In 2016, I was working a job where I only had to work 3 days a week, but it was 12-hour shifts at night. And it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I had no weekend at all. And I just happened to be in the park at lunchtime because I had nothing better to do. Playing a little game you guys may have heard it, Pokemon Go. Pretty popular in
I
2016.
wanna be the very best, like no one ever was.
Dun, 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 dun.
To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause.
The best mobile game ever made. You can have your Monopoly Go. You can have a Pokemon Go was where it's at. Okay.
It was.
So I'm playing Pokemon Go, and then there's a strange man, strange, very, very good looking guy. He's just like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" My man Joe was sitting right there, and he was playing Pokemon Go too on his lunch break. And we got to talking, and we are Southern, and Southern to the extent where you don't talk about politics, religion, or anything with any stranger. And that little bit of time we talked about everything.
Yeah, we did.
And exchanged phone numbers, and a very, very special friendship was born. Joe, you got anything to share about that first day?
I was at the time I was working at in a building that was right in front of that park.
And I live 2 blocks away from it.
And it was for a bank that is now defunct. But I would always go out that way because I don't know. There were always some cute dogs and stuff out that back out that way, and I would love looking at the dogs and stuff, and then playing Pokemon and getting my steps in, and then just me being nosy. I saw your head in your phone, And I was like, I know what he's doing, but I'm going to ask. And I
Because we're
have,
millennials, we know.
yeah. And a little bit about my personality is I'm very outgoing. I'm very friendly. I do not care what people think about me. If you think I'm weird, great. You know. So I did shoot my friendship shot, and it stuck. And we've been friends ever since. He told that other part of the story, but isn't it like the very next day we went to Bojangles?
We went to Bojangles the very next day, and we were sharing Pokemon Go tips.
Yeah. Learned a lot
But
that.
we had a good time, good fellowship, and the unfortunate side of that is after that is about the time I become a parent, give or take a year,
Hmm.
and it was just life. Life is
Yeah.
life, and we're adults. Shoot a text every now and then, phone call every now and then. Hey man, how are you? There were a couple of times where one of us would post something on social media that was not necessarily diametrically opposed, but a little bit different than the way we saw stuff. Where we'd like, hey, let's chat about it. And it was that thing where it was like just a respectful conversation to where we may not agree 100%, but we
Hmm.
can agree, we can find something on this to agree on.
Right.
So it was just like one of those things. And it was 7 years.
Yeah, it was about 7 years.
7 years,
So
that was our whole friendship. And we loved each other. Like we genuinely felt like brothers. It was just like one of those things. It's just like
yeah, but like in
life.
between there, like you became a parent, I became a minister and then a pastor somewhere in between there. And I'm a serial entrepreneur. So Travis, Mitch and I, we somewhere in between there, 2021, we started Candidate at the Movies.
And I
So
would peep in on that. And
yeah, yeah. And then randomly, Nate hits me up and it's like, hey, I have these tickets. I have this opportunity for us to go to a show together. You want to go over the show?
AEW Collision 2023. Right there at the first big UK pay per view where all the crap went down with Punk and everything, like right there in the middle of some major wrestling history that we had no idea about.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'll scoop you up. Like, let's just go. And he was down. So we are like, let's roll. Picked him up. We go and have the time of our lives at the Greensboro Coliseum.
Yeah,
Like
man.
it was like 3 days. It was one of those things where just picked up where we left off.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but that's what real friendships are like, especially as an adult. I have a good friend of mine who is a pastor, and my free days are the opposite of his free days. So we don't often get to hang out anymore. You know what I'm saying? Since we don't do ministry with each other anymore. But what we always joke about it, and it's just like, oh, what it look like? Okay, well, I guess I'll see you next year.
Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, that's the case
Yeah.
for most of my friendships. Because up until recently, I was on the nighttime schedule, so it was really messed up. And anyway,
Yeah.
uh,
Welcome to
uh,
the opposite world. You can
it
come out and
still feels weird.
play.
Like it feels weird that I'm at home and I'm not by myself now. Like everybody's
Yeah,
here.
I love it, man.
It's the best. So 2023, and we're hanging out at Collision. We have fun. We get to see Samoa Joe. The first time I got to see Samoa Joe live was there. Got to see Stokely get beat up by Samoa Joe at the ROH taping. Got to see Joe choke out CM Punk. CM Punk and CMFTR was taking on House of Black in the Trios title match. It was genuinely in the top 5 wrestling experiences I've ever been to.
Hmm.
And like 78% of it was because I was with Joe. Because you know
Oh.
what when Samoa Joe is gonna kill you, or they was chanting Joe, Joe, Joe. And he's like, me? Yeah. What? It just stands completely ridiculous, and I love it.
Like I said, I am weird and I am very friendly. So if you see me at a wrestling event, I will be yelling random things like, cut a backflip, because that is one of my favorite things to see and to do. I also love to yell out people's final move for some reason.
Or do the thing, like
Do the thing.
bringing up Samoa Joe and the walk away. This is
Yeah.
the best move in all of wrestling. I don't care what anybody says. Somebody goes to dive at Joe and he just steps away. And then there's the meme of the guy that's like, "What are you doing?"
What?
So, you can't convince me otherwise. That is better than the Stone Cold Stunner, than the RKO. I will pop for that every single time.
Yeah, man.
Like
Didn't
my dream, okay, my dream is to see Samoa Joe in the middle of the ring and four people up on the post. One guy jumps, he steps out of the way. One guy jumps, he steps out of the way, and all the way around. TK, book it. I'm telling you, it'll be
Fuck
the
it,
best spot in
man.
all of wrestling history.
Didn't Punk run right past us?
Not on this one.
Not on this show. Okay.
No, because we were up elevated a little bit
You're right. Yeah.
yeah. But I gotta let a little bit of my metalhead out when House of Black come out, just because say what you want to about Malachi Black, Aleister Black, whatever, he always has the best interest music for me.
Man.
Him and Bray Wyatt, though.
Do you think that they're gonna really push him in WWE like they should? Because he is a great character, awesome ring work. I want to see him beef with somebody to the point where he gets to where he was in AEW, like that level of like petty. What do you think?
I think it's coming. I think the groundwork's kind of being laid
Yeah,
because right now it's the Triple H thing, which you guys can say what you want to about Triple H. I think he's doing a fantastic job of booking. It's just he's got too many cards to play with right now.
yeah,
And it's hard to do that as a booker of anything. Anyway, I've tried to supervise crews of like 50 people. I couldn't
yeah,
imagine trying to do it with a group of like 300 and something. But
yeah.
anyway,
Especially when everybody is talented too.
yeah, everybody's great. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Both companies, everybody is great except for those who I will not name on this podcast because it's not about them today. But he just keeps being in the background of some of these bigger storylines.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an Andrade situation because Andrade came back. He wasn't being used over there, and he's getting used a little bit more now that they're in the AAA partnership.
Yeah.
But I think with Black, it's going to be one of those things where he's going to be in the background, and then maybe at one of the next big pay-per-views, he's going to step up.
Yeah.
Maybe not even this year. It might be another year, but I don't think he would have left. Because let's face it, like AEW might not be as profitable as WWE. They're still paying big money.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have left like the kind of money he was making in the spot he was in
Mm-hmm.
without being told, "Hey, this is what we got for you." And he's a Triple H guy. Karrion Kross was too. I'm in debates on whether or not I think this is a work or not. I think it very well could be.
It could be, yeah.
But we'll see because it's a little bit like right now.
But what I want to see from Aleister is I don't even want to see him chase a title. I don't want to see him get caught up
I don't
in
think
that.
he needs it.
No, I want to see
His
him be an
character,
assassin.
because I think as much as I love the Undertaker and he deserves all the world titles, what set Undertaker apart was even when he was the world champion, it wasn't like the be all end all.
Yeah.
He didn't need the belt. That's why he was like carrying it and stuff. Now everybody does it because it looked cool.
Yeah.
But he had a whole mindset around it. Like, I don't chase these earthly things. I'm dead, But anyway.
Yeah. All right. So let's go back to our friendship. Sorry, I just had to.
we get in the truck and we're heading to the house or heading to drop him off. We're talking about again politics, aliens, family stuff, everything. And it was just like, how is this dude just like me? Like seriously, when we joke about the twin thing and how we think alike, there are very, very few things that we are diametrically opposed on.
That's fact.
And even though we've had some like conversations that have ended lesser friendships with one another, like politically, religiously and stuff, and we're just like, I can see how you see that way. I may disagree,
Yeah.
but I can understand your viewpoint on it. And that's
Yeah.
to where I felt like it was a special bond.
Yeah. And I think the
Like,
way that we are as a person or as people, as twins, in general, is that we can agree to disagree. We just want to get a different perspective.
and we might even joke about it from time to time.
Yeah.
It's not that serious.
As long as it doesn't get disrespectful, we can
No.
still be friends. It doesn't matter.
And so in 2023, I think that was the last time we hung out until WrestleCade, wasn't it?
Didn't we go to AML?
We did do the AML show with
Yeah.
my buddy Adam and my kid,
Mm-hmm.
and met the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah.
And Angelina loved that day. Great day. Great show. It was a scaffold match, main event, Brad Attitude versus Kobe Carino. Thoughts and prayers to Kobe Carino. He's going through some personal struggles right now. If you're an indie follower, you know the name.
Yeah.
He is related to Steve Carino, the ECW legend. Yes, that's Steve Carino. So just remember his family, thoughts and prayers. I'm not going to get into the personal stuff I read about online, his story to tell, but thoughts and prayers.
Big thoughts and prayers for him. Yeah.
Because Kobe Carino is a phenomenal wrestler, even better person. One chance I had a chance to speak with him, just great dude.
Yeah. And but yeah, that was a great show. Really enjoyed meeting your daughter for the first time.
And she really took to you.
Yeah.
Like she's a personality, and I mean that the best way. She's my one and done. She's the sweetest kid, but also the craziest kid. But she's a personality, and she doesn't take to strangers well. But she took to Joe like a pig to mud. And I don't know if if we're not uncomfortable with this joke, we'll edit it out. But I looked at her during this AML show, and I said, "Well, me and Joe are brothers, right?" She looked at Joe, and she looked at me. And now, you guys, I thought she was going to say the obvious, even though it's not that big of a thing in our house or whatever, but I thought she was going to say the obvious. She said, "Y'all can't be brothers." And I said, "Why?" She's like, "He has hair." Bet. She got me.
Yep.
Because some of us are follically challenged around here.
She is a witty girl.
Smart kid.
Yeah.
And then fast forward to a month later, less than a month, just like a week later,
Yeah.
we go to Sting's last match. Now, we weren't together on that show, but we had to take a chance to get the hugs in, get the fam together. I took some pictures. I'm going to find some pictures of us and send to the thing so we can probably drop them here throughout this.
Somewhere posted. But I remember those pictures too.
And they're just not the ones with the kid, or we'll crop her out or something.
Yeah, we can just put a happy face on her or something.
Because the internet.
Yeah.
You guys, I love you guys. I appreciate the sport. But some people are weird.
A lot of people are weird.
And I ain't about that life.
Yeah.
I'll go to prison.
Well, I actually,
for that kid.
when it comes down to being about that life, we both are about that life. So that's also why as well.
we protect the babies around here, and the ladies and the babies. We protect
ladies, babies, puppies. That's just, don't harm any of them for me. And cats. Yeah, I love cats too. Like, don't push cats. Anyway.
So if you guys watched a few weeks ago when Travis was here, I filmed right in front of my washing machine, and the cat had jumped on my washing machine. It's a glass top washing machine. I tapped him, and he jumped like I just threw him across the room. So get your digs in.
One of my jobs here at Wrassle Twins is to throw Nate off. And I think I do a pretty good job at that.
It's just wrestling. It's not that serious.
No.
But now, going back to the coolest part about being at Sting's last match is he was on like the completely other side of the arena. so we could text each other on stuff we missed or something. Because when you're watching live, I refuse to look at that screen.
Yeah.
I'm not paying all that money to watch a
To
screen.
watch TV. Yep.
I'm gonna watch it as it's going on. And I remember
Hey.
the collective gasp when Darby took that bump through the glass. I finally rewatched that pay-per-view back, and it's like I was watching it, and even though I saw it on TV, I was watching it from the angle I was sitting in. For some reason, in my brain, I'm just like, I remember this wince I made.
Yeah.
The guys that were sitting beside me at that show had flew in from Chicago specifically for that pay-per-view, so that was pretty cool.
I was like, is he dead? Because that really looked bad. It looked bad, bro.
Glass went into the first row, and they had to talk to some of the fans because that happened.
Yeah.
But I think I just like to share this because it's fun. When I walked in, I missed the pre-show match because I waited in that enormous merch line that was all the way around the Greensboro Coliseum. I got my merch. Actually, I'm looking at the shirt right now. It's right over there. And my hat that I'm not wearing right now, and a Sting mask and a couple other things.
Yeah.
I spent way too much money at that merch table. But I come in, it was right as Christian Cage was wrestling Daniel Garcia. And I sat down and I chant, "Christian's my dad," and like everybody around me laughed. I'm like, these are my people.
Yeah.
Getting a glare on my screen.
Yeah, it's because you're shining too bright, man.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Like a diamond. Actually, after that wrestling event was the first time I caught COVID. Yeah.
I done had it 4 times at that point.
Wow. I had it was the first time I caught COVID. I got COVID for Christmas. And yeah.
You called it at a good time though. It's not that it's ever a good time, right? But like the first time I had it, it wasn't that bad. Then the second time I had it, I thought I was literally gonna die.
Oh man, glad you're with us.
Oh yeah,
People didn't make it, man.
I'm being dramatic. I do have lung issues, but like I'm being dramatic. Like I'm fine. I was fine. I was like, I just didn't want to get out of bed. I was just like laying there, like, don't touch me, don't talk to me.
No.
But
Touch me.
then we made it a point that night. We were texting each other. We were like, all right, we're doing WrestleCade.
Yeah,
we're doing WrestleCade, and that's what we did. We got to go to WrestleCade, had a blast.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why we wanted to talk about it because that's how this came.
Yep, exactly.
There was some downtime. We went to go get some lunch. It was just me, Joe, and the kid. WrestleCade Saturday.
We went and got tacos.
No, it was Friday.
It was Friday.
We went to get tacos.
Yeah.
And we did it on Saturday too because it was so good Friday. Anyway, it was just me, Joe, and the kid. And it's just like, yeah, man, I wish I could do something. And he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I've always wanted to kind of do YouTube or podcast or something to where I can just talk about wrestling. And like, I don't want to do it by myself because I need somebody to bounce off of. And if you guys notice, I have a bad habit of driving the conversation too much or talking too much. I don't mean to because I couldn't do this if it was just me and you talking. Me and the camera, it would be horrible if it was just me and the camera.
I do it all the time, but I only do it in like 5 to 7 minute clips. So yeah,
I'm gonna make you laugh. I did the Freakier Friday review for Candid.
Oh,
have you heard about that yet?
Yeah.
My review lasted less than 3 minutes. That's why it wouldn't be good if it was just me and the camera. I was like, I texted Travis. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. If you don't even want to use that, just delete it. It was awful. It was the worst review I've ever done for Canada, and I've only done like 3.
Well, one's got to be the worst.
That's the thing. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. But
yeah.
Anyway, we're not talking about Free Here Friday. Anyway, WrestleCade. He's like, well, why don't we do it? What do you mean? Why don't we do it? Like, this was born because of that conversation.
Literally. I'm one of my personality types is, alongside being a serial entrepreneur, I'm a maximizer. And for the people that I care about, love, however, pastor, I want to see them reach their goals, get to the highest level that they can, and be busy.
And we've been busy.
Yeah, and we've been busy.
There's some weeks I feel like I do the least for this channel because guys like Joe and Travis do so much of the heavy lifting. You know what I do? I run the social medias and I run my mouth. And then there's some networking stuff here and there I do.
Yeah, and I
But
run the business aspect of both sides of the channel, Wrassle Twins and Candid at the Movies. So our goal is to also make this official an LLC next year. So save your receipts.
And here's the thing: I think Joe's of the same mindset as I am. The minute this stops being fun, I don't care if we have 1 million subscribers. The minute this stops being fun,
Yeah,
pull the plug on it.
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, this has been an outlet for me, my mental health and everything. I'm very much the kind of person that'll bottle things up and just shove it down in my heart cage, shove it down in my ribs. But I don't know, between this and the TikTok and everything else, it's been a real outlet for me up here. I feel like I'm a better person because I do this, because I have this outlet to talk about something I love that just makes me happy.
Yeah. Let's talk about two other things that make us both happy. When we were able to finally get through that line to meet Sting, I want you to tell me your version of events when it came down to what happened with your daughter.
Well, here's the problem. When we met Sting, I'm thinking about when we actually met Sting
Yeah, like when
and
we
she gave
actually,
him the bracelet,
yeah.
or better than that, when we're standing there, we can sit there and see Sting. We're in the line, and she's like, "Where's Sting?" And there's part of this story I can't tell because I know what actually happened, but in my head, I go back to the conversation we had when we were watching WrestleMania, and you added a word that I'm not going to say. But anyway, but I love that you're laughing about it. In my head, that's how I hear it every time now. So we get through the line. We finally get to meet Sting. Me and Joe both took, "Oh man, you're awesome. I loved you." Joe literally told him, and this is a fact, he told me years ago when we were talking about wrestling who his favorite wrestler was. It was Sting.
Yep.
And Joe told Joe told Sting, he's like, "Sting, you're my favorite of all time." And Sting, my dude, like, it's like, "I'm sure you would. What would you say if Dwayne Johnson were standing right here?" And I'm just like,
And
"Bro,
I
he would
looked
tell
at
you that
him,
Sting's his favorite."
yeah, I looked at him in his face and was like, I would tell you that you're my favorite wrestler.
But Sting's a class act, though, and I'll say this because my daughter made him a bead bracelet. He probably gets 1 million of these things, okay? But instead of just taking it and putting it on the table, she handed it to him and he puts it right on his wrist and he said thank you and gave her a hug. And that was just like, my dad heart filled up. I have met Mick Foley twice and haven't gotten a hug yet, but she gets a hug from Sting.
And you can still be jealous because I did get a Mick Foley hug the first time I met him. And it was so warm. He just drew me in. I wasn't even expecting it.
But also on that day, we did get to see Mr. Foley. This was the second time I met him.
Yeah, that was the number
And
two that I wanted to talk about.
this was my favorite moment of meeting wrestlers ever because it was so personal for me. Okay. We met Mick Foley, and I was telling my daughter, I was like, he is like best friends with Santa Claus. If you guys don't know, Mick Foley does a lot of stuff for charities and a lot of other stuff where he is a good friend of Santa Claus.
Yeah.
He really is. I got somebody saying beside me, so I got to make sure he is a good friend of Santa Claus. So I was telling her, I said, just go ask him when you get to the table if he knows Santa. She gets to the table and says, "Do you know Santa?" He said, "He's my best friend." And then he said, "Do you want to send him a video?" Mick Foley took time out of his day where all he had to do was take a picture and recorded a video with my kid to send to Santa. and tell him how good of a kid she was. And some people were crying.
The amount of water that Nathan had to drink in order to stay at least, not parched that day, it wasn't because he was sweating eyeballs.
You guys have been listening to this for 20 episodes, hopefully. If not, go back on the archive. All of them are there.
Yeah, all of them are relevant too. All of them,
and none of them are long. None of them are longer than an hour.
Yeah.
But that's my favorite wrestler of all time. Not just because of him as a wrestler, which I think he's one of the best to ever do it, but just him as a human being, as a dad, as a husband. He had all these reasons to be terrible at it. If I'm only saying this because Ric Flair admitted to it, he could have been like a Ric Flair, but he wasn't. He made it a point to be good to the people he loved. So that's why he's my favorite more than anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's what I aspire to be. So that just made there will never be another wrestler meet. I could meet Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock and go hang out and eat dinner with them, and it would not be as cool as that moment to me.
Yeah, that was definitely a moment, and we're able to share that together, man.
Yeah, it was a family moment.
Yeah, the show that night, which was phenomenal. Shout out to me and my introverted self for actually sticking around for the show.
I was going to say, because it was a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't do big crowds that often, which is why Nate and I will talk about going to WrestleMania, and I'm just like, I don't know. That's a lot of people, dude. Because my social battery will run out real quick. My social battery was already gone by the time the wrestling event started. But I wanted to point out
that was a great show.
It was. That was a great show.
I would put that against anything on any of the big major brands right now.
Man, I don't know
Shelton
why.
Benjamin versus Speedball Mike Bailey.
Right. On just a regular night, on a Saturday night in Winston-Salem.
Joe Hendry versus the former Jinder Mahal Raj Desi.
Yeah.
With an assist from the great Khali in Winston-Salem. And yes, the great Khali is that massive in person.
Yeah.
We were way back there and we were like, oh my gosh. That is a lot of human right there.
Also, my pastor was there. Shout out to him.
He was fun.
It was fun. Shout out
Travis
to
was there
as well. But you know how
Travis was quiet.
Yeah. But they were screaming out holy poop, not saying poop. But instead of saying that, my pastor and I decided to say, Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit.
Hey, it worked.
It worked.
And then one of our first episodes was us talking about WrestleCade.
Yeah.
And fast forward to November 29th. From 10:30 to 3, or 10 to 2:30. You ain't got nowhere better to be. Come on out to Winston-Salem.
I want to give you
your
a hug.
favorite.
And I give great hugs.
He does. We want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
We want you to get a t-shirt. We want you to scan a QR code. We want you to be our friend.
Yeah.
So be our friend and come check us out. Be our friend and like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all the socials. Use our WWE shop link on our link tree and enjoy the ride, man. This has been fun so far.
Yeah. And it'll continue to be fun because you're a fun guy. It's about who you're doing life with.
You're the fun guy. I'm just kind of like, I'm the Jim Ross to your Jerry Lawler.
What? No.
I'm the Michael Cole to your JBL.
You know what? That is true. If, shameless plug, if we do get a chance to call a wrestling show, that would definitely be the way that it will work out. You would definitely be play-by-play.
I'd be calling every move.
Yep.
Until you get to those tope suicidas, and I'm just like, And again, I'm going to reiterate, I do not mind flippy doodahs. I just want them to make sense in the match.
I love flippy doodahs,
I know
and
you saw my comment on your post earlier.
I did. I posted it because I knew you would see it.
And it had my favorite wrestler that's not named Kevin Owens in the world right now on there. And I was still like,
Man, that was luchador wrestling, man.
it was, but it wasn't. I don't know. How are you going to no sell a Canadian as destroyer? Like Petey Williams made that move like the most devastating finisher, and now it's just a setup move.
Yeah, but it
Poor
was
Petey.
entertaining.
But that just means that nobody does it as good as Petey did it, because Petey could actually finish a match with it.
Yeah. But yeah, I would be the type, you doing play by play, I'm doing color commentary. I'm randomly hopping up on the desk like Pat McAfee.
We would be the most handsome commentary duo, though.
We would. We would. And also I have this voice, just hear it. Here he comes. You know what I'm saying? I can make it sexy.
What we need to do, right? I know there's some indie guys that watch. Send us a match and let us do play by play for it.
Yeah.
I know there's some indie guys out there that watch. So hey, I'm gonna call you out. Send us a match. Let us do commentary for it, and let's see how we do. Then we can let our fans decide if we're any good at it.
If we're not good, it'll be fun.
It'll be great. It'll be like the old WCW and even the old WWE before they went live every week.
Yeah.
They would do the show and then record commentary after the show in the studio, but you wouldn't be able to tell. Like, it was crazy how cool. To me, that's cool. Like some of those old TV secrets they did was pretty cool to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Joe.
Yes, sir.
You are better at this than I am. You're a terrific business partner, but even a better friend.
Oh man, thank you.
So I love and appreciate you. You make me a better dude to be good for other people. So I appreciate you being in my life and helping me out.
Of course, man. Likewise. And I'm really enjoying this. I believe that this is something that is going to continue on. It's going to be a part of our legacy, a part of the way that people actually remember us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Here's the cool thing.
Yeah.
With this being on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
if something unexpectedly ever happens, which, it's inevitable, it's going to happen at some point, right?
Right.
But because we're here, we never die.
Nope.
In the sense that you can always find us somewhere.
Exactly.
Remember, fireflies, we'll always light the way. Shout out, Wyndham.
Shout out. But yeah, I'll have to say, thank you for being a good friend. Thank you for being patient with me through those years where we were unable to
Ditto on that. That's both of us.
Yeah, get our schedules together. But I'm glad that we did have that patience for each other and that there is genuine love here and that our families, it's not just us, like our families are becoming cool. So
yeah.
that's dope. That's like next level.
The cool thing with this whole Candid Network, I'm calling this the Candid Network, right? Because you got Sleep at the Movies now and this and everything else.
Yeah.
Is we really are a family. And
yeah.
I haven't even met Mitch yet. I love the dude like a brother.
We got to make that happen soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
August 31st, 2 p.m.
That is true. August 31st. But yeah, man, you got anything else to add?
No, man, thank you. And thank every one of you guys for watching.
Thank all of y'all. Thank you too.
Hit the subscribe button. Episode 21's next week. Next week we'll probably end up talking about some Clash at Paris.
Yeah.
And maybe end up talking about some AEW stuff too, because that's this weekend.
Yeah, man.
Forbidden Doors this Sunday. Sunday.
That creeped up on me.
It creeped up on me too. I just realized it. I can't believe, I'm just going to say this before we get off. I can't believe Hangman Page lured MJF in to putting his contract on the line. He brought the devil. He made a deal with the devil now, son.
Yeah. Also,
And
MJF is going to be at Wrestle Cage, so
yeah,
yeah,
and so is Sting once again. I
yep,
don't think I can do that line again though,
yeah. I wouldn't. Well, I
which
mean,
will be busy.
we'll
We'll
be
be busy
busy, so we won't be able to.
because
So.
everybody's going to want to come see us, right? They don't
Right,
want to go see
exactly.
Sting and MJF. They want to see us.
Right.
Sting, what did he ever do?
uh, he's only my
Sting,
favorite wrestler of all time. So
I know. Sting, if you're watching, we love you.
it would
Come
love
see
you so
us.
much. Yeah,
Let us
it
come
would.
see you
It
free of
would. It would
charge.
make my entire life to be acknowledged by my favorite wrestler of all time.
I'm acknowledging you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm not the tribal thief.
Just don't take nobody's shoes.
No, no. I buy shoes.
You
I
could do a
really buy
Shula
shoes.
Fala though.
Yeah, I could do a Shula Fala because I have a lot of sneakers. But they're my own sneakers. I've never stolen a pair of
Cosplay,
sneakers.
dude.
I know, right? Yo, I could do that. Yep.
And I'll wear a singlet and be Braun Breaker.
Okay,
I don't think
let's
anybody
do
wants
it.
to see me in a singlet.
Singlet. No, we could just wear the black suits.
We'd be the hurt business.
Yeah.
I dig it. I dig it. All right.
All
We've been
right.
rambling long enough. I
Yeah.
hope you guys have a lovely week. Do all the things, all the YouTube things, like, follow, comment, all that good stuff. Hope you guys have a lovely day. Peace.
Peace.